Hi everybody, welcome to your first multimedia tool lesson here. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick tutorial of videolicious today. You should know up to this point why we're doing this. This is the start of our multimedia really semester. This is one of the tools that I'm going to be giving you. You're going to get a series of other tools throughout the semester. We've talked about our goal, which is working towards, at the very end of the semester, creating a multimedia package with your peers. And this will just be one of your options. Up to this point, if you're watching this and you haven't yet learned the basics of video shooting or video composition, we'll take some steps backwards, and I will do that with you. But most of you who are watching this should be at the point where you're ready to start your videolicious or explore videolicious because you haven't gotten to do so yet. So I'm going to give you the quick tutorial. There is one online actually, and you're going to see it here with me right now, but I'm going to break it down for you because it moves a little bit quickly and I want to make sure that you guys understand how you're going to be using it in class. Keep in mind too that in the future, when you guys move on to broadcast classes or photojournalism classes to learn the DSLR camera, you'll be working more with shooting video with the DSLRs and editing the video on Adobe Premiere, but we're going to stick with simplicity for this intro course and for the sake of just enhancing our stories a little bit with these multimedia tools. We're going to use this videolicious tool, which is really just a great way to get your videos looking professional and clean without knowing the camera or having the ability to check out a camera, which is the position that you guys are in now. Despite all of that, I think we're really fortunate in this day and age to be able to do this in a mobile way, be able to do this on our phones, on our iPads, even our computers, and still be able to tell great stories. So not having a DSLR camera is not going to stop you, and I'm going to show you that this semester, and I'm going to show you that today. Just a quick preview of where you guys will be using this in class. We're going to use this videolicious in two ways. The first is going to be with a group project. You guys are going to do just like a practice round kind of, and it's going to be fun because we're going to eat. I'm going to bring some cookies in. You guys will see all the assignment sheets for this, but you're going to be essentially creating a quick 1-minute video on how to decorate the perfect cookie. So that should be fun. You guys will be working on your storyboards and scripts, which we've talked about already at this point, and you'll create one for that just to make sure that you guys know what you're doing before you go into it. And then the second one will be on your own, which should be easier once you've done the first practice with the cookies. You guys will be shooting a very short 2 to 3 minute profile on one of your peers, and we'll go over that assignment. But just so you guys know sort of what's coming next. I'm going to go ahead and start this tutorial with you by pulling up the tutorial that videolicious offers, and we're just going to watch it once through first, and then I'm going to go back through and break it down for you and give you some tips. So bear with me while I grab this up for you. Okay, this is about to be the first one for you, and we're just going to watch it all the way through. It's a really good tutorial. It just moves quickly. So here we go.
So here's how it works. First, you choose your shots, and these could be video clips or photos shot with this device or another camera. Then you tell your story, and this is where you talk and tap, and videolicious will trim the footage down, layer it in as B-roll, add logos, music, transitions, graphics, and effects in just seconds. So here we go. This is Matt Singer reporting for KVID at the Venture for America Summer Celebration. Major tech luminaries are here like Ariana Huffington of the Huffington Post, as well as Jeff Weiner, CEO of LinkedIn. And the Venture Fellows are here to help startups across America create more jobs in hard-hit cities. Reporting for KVID, it's Matt Singer. Thanks for watching. All right, let's take a look at the preview. This is Matt Singer reporting for KVID at the Venture for America Summer Celebration. Major tech luminaries are here like Ariana Huffington of the Huffington Post, as well as Jeff Weiner, CEO of LinkedIn. And the Venture Fellows are here to help startups across America create more jobs in hard-hit cities. Reporting for KVID, it's Matt Singer. Thanks for watching. Okay, so if you want to polish it up, you can add some music. We have a fully licensed soundtrack library. Shoot something inspirational here. This is Matt Singer reporting for KVID at the event. And we can preview it one more time, even add a little color enhancement. This is Matt Singer reporting for KVID at the Venture for America Summer Celebration. Once you tap save, your video will upload to your videolicious dashboard where you can have it pushed to your own servers, your content management system. You can pretty much do whatever you want with it.
Okay, so that was his tutorial, which, like I said, was really good. I'm just going to play it one more time, and this time I'm going to pause it a few times just so you guys can hear it from me, some of the tips that I've learned as I've been learning this app as well. One quick thing before we do this, don't forget that before you get to this part, you do have to download the app. You can access your videos once you've recorded online on the website, but you have to film actually you film on your camera, and then you edit and upload on the app. So you will have to use an iPhone. If you don't have one available, I will have some iPods and iPads available for you. If you're looking for the app and to make sure it's the right one, if you can see up here this black little square with stars, it will look like that. Sometimes it is, if you have an older version, depends what it is. The newest version looks just like this, but the older one is used to be a star. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play again and just listen as I stop you step by step here. Before it even starts, I do want to let you know, which I already kind of alluded to, but you guys will be shooting all of these clips on your phone first, so they will store to your camera roll, so make sure you have space. And just like we talked about in class, make sure that everything that you're shooting is shot horizontally, not vertically, or you will only get half a video in the end, and then I will have some pretty unhappy campers in here. So make sure you're shooting horizontally and working towards some of those composition rules that we've been talking about.
So here's how it works. First, you choose your shots, and these could be video clips or photos.
Okay, I think the first thing that I want to show you here, which is pretty basic, is just the order of your shots. You guys can also use still photos, but I don't know that you will be doing that for this project. You're welcome to. I don't know that you'll need to, though. But when you guys choose your shots in your camera roll, just like he's doing, you're going to want to choose them in the order that you want them to appear. So if you look across, his says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So his are going to appear when you see it in this exact order. You can select them in any order that you'd like, though. Just watch that number, because that's the order that they'll appear in when you would edit.
With this device or another camera. Then you tell your story, and this is where you talk and tap, and videolicious will trim the footage down, layer it in as B-roll, add logos, music, transitions, graphics, and effects in just seconds.
Okay, so before he gets started, something that I want you guys to pay close attention to is a green line that's going to appear around the edges of where he's recording. Anywhere that you see that green line is what's going to appear on your video when you create it. So you're going to see here in a second, as soon as he presses this red record button, you're going to see the big green highlighted line around his face, and it's because his face is on the start of the video. And you guys will be doing that as well, or at least you'll have the option to introduce your video, which I think is a good idea, especially since you'll be doing profiles. Or in any case, even in the cookie project with your peers, you're going to want to introduce what you're doing. You can do that like you would take a selfie, or you can have someone else shoot it for you, but regardless, you'll be on the screen. So watch that.
Here we go. This is Matt Singer reporting for KVID at the Venture for America Summer Celebration. Major tech luminaries are here like Ariana Huffington of the Huffington Post, as well as Jeff Weiner, CEO of LinkedIn. And the Venture Fellows are here to help startups across America create more jobs.
Okay, I'm going to stop this for a second. You can see it happening, but I'm going to go ahead and verbalize it for you so you can tell. Over here, he's been clicking on each of the clips that he wants to appear, and you see that green line there again. Anytime the green line is around something, it means that's what's going to appear on the video. So essentially what he's doing, and he's clicking through, and he knows what of his words are going to appear over each video, which is why these have to be carefully planned. But anytime you're clicking to the next video, which you can do at your own pace, that next video is going to appear in what you create. And the words that you're saying will appear over that video. So essentially, this entire project will mostly be voiceovers. If you want to do something other than voiceovers, which is fine, you just need to record in the app, because you need to record as it's happening, which gets really tricky. So I recommend just capturing your B-roll and footage on your camera roll, and then just like he's doing in this video, doing the rest as a voiceover, which works equally as well. You just won't really get an interview aspect. It will be more of a you telling the story unless your interviewer is right there with you, which is totally fine. But just watch here as the end as he finishes clicking through, and you'll see how they're appearing as he's clicking them. The other thing that I want to mention really quickly is depending on the duration of the video you've taken, which will appear in the bottom right, where I don't know if you can see my arrow, but where that is, if your video is only 5 seconds, it's only going to be able to run for 5 seconds. So essentially, you can't make a video clip longer, but you can make it shorter by clicking to the next video. So watch him finish this up here.
In hard-hit cities. Reporting for KVID, it's Matt Singer.
One more quick thing I want to mention. You'll notice that that finished and it went right back to him at the end, which you guys will have the ability to do as well.
Thanks for watching. All right, let's take a look at the preview. This is Matt Singer reporting for KVID at the Venture for America Summer Celebration. Major tech luminaries are here like Ariana Huffington of the Huffington Post, as well as Jeff Weiner, CEO of LinkedIn. And the Venture Fellows are here to help startups across America create more jobs in hard-hit cities. Reporting for KVID, it's Matt Singer. Thanks for watching. Okay, so if you want to polish it up, you can add some music. We have a fully licensed soundtrack library. Choose something inspirational here.
Okay, if you guys choose music, which you're definitely welcome to do, I would just recommend setting that value really low. I've had people do this in the past where they just want to add music to have it, and they end up making the music way louder than their voices, which kind of takes away the storytelling aspect. Music can be a great addition to these videos, but just make sure you're using it wisely, and if you're using it, that the volume is low enough that we can still hear your voice, and it doesn't overshadow the story in the video.
This is Matt Singer reporting for KVID at the event. And we can preview it one more time, even add a little color enhancement. This is Matt Singer reporting for KVID at the Venture for America Summer Celebration. Once you tap save, your video will upload to your videolicious dashboard, where you can have it pushed to your own servers, your content management system. You can pretty much do whatever you want with it.
Okay, so one quick note about that, which I also mentioned a little bit earlier. Once you guys save yours to your dashboard, what you're going to end up doing actually is you'll be done with the app on your phone at that point. Once your editing is done, you're going to go to the online version on a computer, just because that's how we're going to embed those to your WordPress blogs. So just keep that in mind. You're going to log into your account, and then we'll get the embed code off the computer. So you don't have to worry about emailing it to me or anything like that. And then we'll go from there. The next thing that I'm going to do is go ahead and do a quick little critique of a video that one of the intro students that has done this before. It's a really nice video, but I just want to go through and talk through some of the shots that we've been talking about, and you can also see one of these completed so you know what they look like. Keep in mind the one that you're going to see is shorter than yours will be, but you will get the idea, I think. Okay, so what I have pulled up here for you guys is a short profile, really feature is what it is, that one of the intro students did last year. This group actually in particular, we used to do it a little bit differently. You guys will have an option though if you would like, instead of a profile on someone in the class, if you'd like to take the time to do a feature on a place or something else that you'd like to pitch to me, I would be happy to let you guys do that. I just want to make sure they have a plan first. These girls did their feature on the Painted Zebra, which is a place. It's a painted pottery place. So I'm just going to play this for you. It's a really quick one. Theirs was not as long as it should have been, but they did a nice job, so I want to show it to you. And then after we watch it once, I'm going to go back through and break down just a few things for you to remind you of some of the video techniques we talked about. So here we go.
Painted Zebra is a family-run business located on Manchester Road. In Painted Zebra, there's a gift shop that contains many items and a wide selection of pottery to paint. There's also many paints to pick from in the place on your palette. Painted Zebra is a fun and friendly place to take family and have the products turn out great.
Okay, so it was short and sweet. You guys get what those look like now. I've also given you some examples in class as well as on the blog, so you should be able to see those. Just really quickly, there are just a few little things I want to point out about this. One of them, which you're going to hear in the beginning, I'm going to play for you one more time.
Painted Zebra is a family-run business.
So two things with that first shot right there. one kind of stretches throughout the whole video, but one is her audio. She did a really nice job writing a script with this and keeping it scripted. She doesn't really sound like a robot, even though it's scripted, but she sounds clean. She sounds like she knows what she's talking about, and it sounds planned out. That is exactly what yours should sound like, obviously with a different voice, your own. But as far as the planning for this and what the audio sounds like, she did a really nice job. That clip that you just saw, which I can rewind a little bit for you again, they do a really nice job with that panning technique that we talked about, where you start from one side and move to the other slowly. She pans a couple other times in this video, but she does it a little bit too quickly, which I'll point those out too. But this first pan's really nice because it just kind of sets the scene. It gets the outside of the building so that you guys know what you're about to see. So just really quick one more time.
Painted Zebra is a family-run business located on Manchester Road. In Painted Zebra, there's a gift shop that contains many...
So this is the pan that she does a little bit too quickly, and there's one more that goes quickly too. She did a nice job making use of the panning. You just kind of have to be careful because you don't want to make anybody dizzy there. I also want to point out with the audio, which is one of the things that you guys are going to be graded on, is how it matches up with exactly what she's saying. So you'll notice when she's talking about the building, you can see the building. When she's talking about the paint, you can see the paint. When she's talking about the projects, you can see the projects, which is exactly what this is meant to do. It makes it easy for you to do that because you can select those clips on your own, and she did a really nice job with that. So listen for that, and then we're going to see a close shot coming up here in a second that I want you guys to notice and really, I guess, just take notice of for your own videos.
Items and a wide selection of pottery to paint. There's also mini paints.
Okay, this one right here is one that I really appreciate, and she probably could have done this in a few other areas, which actually, this was part of their final project that they did. So they had some other multimedia tools that you guys will learn later in the semester that they added where they did do some closer stuff and got some closer photos. But this one in particular with the video, I really appreciate her how close she gets to the paint, and she's not standing 18 feet away, but close enough you can even see those numbers. Just kind of puts things into perspective. So that's the difference between those wide shots and close shots that we had talked about in class.
To pick from and a place on your palette. Painted Zebra is a fun and friendly place to take family and have the products turn out great.
Okay, two things with this. You can see here that they added photos, which is totally fine as long as it makes sense with what you're doing. You cannot make a whole video of photos because that is not a video, that is a slideshow. But if it makes sense to add a photo or two, you guys are welcome to do that. Just make sure your speaking points and your audio match up with what you're doing. And then the last thing, just kind of a caution for you, she ends this by saying, talking about how great the place is, which is really nice of her, and I've been there. It is a really great place. But just be careful with opinions. Remember that we're still telling stories here, and we're still journalists. So we just need to be able to remain objective as we share the stories of the profiles that we're creating, whether it's a place or a person. So yeah, just be careful. But overall, we'll finish this really quick. I think it's done. Okay, yeah. Overall, they did a nice job with this. It's a quick 20-second video, but they told a nice story in that short amount of time. So that just shows you what Videolicious enables you to do. I'm going to switch back over to me for 1 second so I can give you a good look. Okay, I think that is all I have for you guys. I'm really excited for you to use this tool. It's one of, honestly, my favorites to use when I need to make a quick video, but what I love about it is it's honestly really easy to learn. You can still shoot good video and learn those techniques without taking a full photo or video class. That's my goal for you right now. When you guys go to finish your projects at the end of the semester, this is going to be a great option for many of you. You can see on the links that I provided in this lesson, but also that we'll be talking about in class the ways some of your future or your peers that have taken this class before you have used it. So I'm really excited to see what you guys create. We're going to start our planning probably right after you watch this, but we're going to start with the cookies just so you can test it out, and then you'll be working on your profile. Thank you, and good luck.